The command of the air conditioning and furnace system is pretty much the same as you would have in your home. You actually have different positions of what system you're using. You could have the fan on, you could have the AC cool on, or you could have the heat. This will determine what temperature you want any of the systems to activate. On the other side here, you have the fan. If you want the fan to be on constantly, or if you want the fan to be on only when it's actually cooling down. The only thing that we do recommend is that you never leave the AC on when you stop or start generators, or when you plug or unplug from your campground power source. Another feature of the air conditioning is that you turn it on and it may or may not start. That's because it has a relay inside according with a temporizer that will allow you to cool down and level the pressure inside of the AC system before it restarts. So if you actually are in a campground, you plugged in and you turn on the air conditioner, it doesn't start right away, that could very well be normal. That it all depends on how long has it been running and what is exactly the condition at that moment, temperature and pressure. One of the best features of the air conditioner that you have in this motorhome is, and let me show you this. This is the central air conditioning, the one in the roof. This is the air conditioner that came originally with the unit. It's a 15,000 BTU air conditioning that actually is ducted through the entire roof. For example, this is one of the holes of the ductwork of the air conditioner. Now, it takes a little bit of time for this air conditioning to cool down the unit if you left it in the sun and it's a hot summer day. So if you're in the need or you want to actually accelerate the cool down period, what you need to do is you open the downdraft ports. What this does is actually letting the air out right in here instead of going through the ductwork. With this, you can lower the temperature of the motorhome to a comfortable setting, and then you can actually close this and the air will start being distributed all across the motorhome through the roof vents. This is a pretty good way to be able to cool down the motorhome as soon as you come back in from doing some exercise or being in the fire outside. This is the second AC unit that is installed in this motorhome. In most of our units we install a backup unit. This was not installed by the factory, so basically the front AC should be able to cool down the motorhome to specs by design. We installed a second unit just in case you're in a place in which the weather is hotter than usual, or in the case the front air conditioning doesn't work. This second AC has 13,500 BTUs, and it only works as an air conditioner. Basically, you can set the temperature you want the AC to kick in, and you have an on and off button. You can also change the fan speed. Now, the most important thing about this air conditioning is that it cannot be used with the generator plugged back into the motorhome. This, think about it as a window air conditioning. That is not on your motorhome. There's a pigtail under the bed outside that actually feeds this air conditioning and nothing else. So if you want to use it, you need to plug in that particular pigtail, that particular power cable, to an outlet in the motorhome post, outside in the campground, not inside of the motorhome. If you're running a generator, again, this air conditioner will not work.